We are not born to suffer in life. We are born to enjoy every moment of our life. So root cause of all disease lies in mind, yoga says. You may be doing perfect physical flexibility, good stamina, good flexible body. But if mind is not proper, if mind gets disturbed, your flexibility just goes away. I would say that 10 minutes of sitting quietly and meditating, do it every day. So that you can connect yourself with your inner strength. When a person is into depression, and if he sits quietly with himself, he will go more into depression. Yoga doesn't talk about God as such. Yoga talks about dealing with yourself.
Hello and welcome to Buzz by the Bay. We bring you this very special episode from the beautiful Yoga Institute in Santacruz, Mumbai, which was founded over 100 years ago in 1918. There's an interesting quote I once heard that says, "Yoga doesn't make life better, it makes you better at life." And what better way to celebrate International Yoga Day than with the director of this prestigious institution, the very popular Dr. Hansa ji Yogendra, who will help us understand the true meaning and purpose of yoga and how to incorporate it in our daily life so that we can maximize our potential. Namaskar, Hansa ji.
Namaskar.
And welcome on Buzz by the Bay. It's a pleasure to have you on this show.
Yes, same here to see you.
It was wonderful to be back in this institute. It's
Yes.
a beautiful place. So, happy International Yoga Day, firstly. And first off, I wanted to ask you, what does yoga mean to you? I mean, it could mean different things to different people.
Yes. See, first of all, yoga by itself, word means union, uniting.
Yes.
Uniting with what is the question? Who is uniting with whom? So, here are varieties of definitions given. One, I am uniting with the object of concentration, an object about which I want to know everything. So, I have to merge with that object to understand that object thoroughly well. Now, object could be anything. It could be any book, it could be any God, it could be anything. Whatever you are doing, unite yourself with that. And that is yoga. So yoga means concentration. And in today's world, it is so much required.
Yes.
With all this mobile and all that, the concentration is going poor. Another definition of yoga is uniting with some work, which I made clear.
Yes.
Some work. Or body and mind union. Because in our personality, physically we are here, but mentally we can be anywhere. Mind can just go anywhere in fraction of a second. And so here, body and mind together always. And that work would be done well when your body and mind is together.
Absolutely.
And that's yoga. So balanced state of mind is yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Balanced state of mind. That's been given in Bhagavad Gita, this definition.
Yes.
So, and the main definition given in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra is Yoga's Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Complete mastery over mind is yoga. Complete mastery. So you are sitting and worrying. Come on. If you have learnt yoga, you can tell your mind, stop. You can just stop the mind. That's yoga.
As you said, very beautifully, it's complete absorption in what you're doing.
Yes.
A complete union in the work you're doing, and a complete union of mind, body, mind and body. Because your body can be here, but your mind could be like a million miles away. We need that. So that's what yoga essentially is, and it's so important to know that because people these days associate yoga with just physical asanas and exercise.
That is unfortunate part because people have not understood what yoga is. Yoga is dealing with mind. Balanced state of mind, concentration, and here they are talking about just physical twisting and turning and distorting body here and there. Yoga has these three subjects along with it. One is human psychology, how mind works and how mind is supposed to work. Second is philosophy, how you should be keeping purpose in mind and doing your job. Purpose. And third is technology. Right now, since we are talking about technology part of yoga, Here comes asanas, pranayams, meditation, kriyas, bandhas, mudras.
Yeah.
Now, what is popular is this technology.
Okay, the technology.
Yes. Psychology and philosophy is not popular at all.
Mhm.
They don't even understand that you may be doing perfect physical flexibility,
Yeah.
good stamina, good flexible body. But if mind is not proper, if mind gets disturbed, your flexibility just goes away.
Yeah.
You will suffer because of stiff body, because of so many diseases, because mind is not correct. Now yogis have observed somebody is behaving rudely, you are getting upset. You are getting upset, your body will suffer because of that.
Okay.
Because mind supersedes body.
Yeah.
So if I get angry, my blood pressure is going to shoot up. Mind is not balanced, not happy, it affects the body. So diseases start. So root cause of all disease lies in mind, yoga says.
So it's psychosomatic.
Yes.
In a sense. The root cause of most diseases is psychosomatic.
That's right, lies in mind. So this is psychology. So this understanding has to come in. Not suffering because of outside world, anybody's behavior, anybody's speech or doing anything. Don't get disturbed, don't bring negativity in you. Your peace should not go away. That effort we have to make.
As Maharishi Patanjali said, yoga's chitta vritti nirodha is the removal of the fluctuations or the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. And as you very beautifully put it, that the mind supersedes the body. And if the mind is irritated and disturbed, the body will also lose its flexibility.
Will get disturbed.
Yeah.
Yes. So and include bring all the sicknesses and diseases into it.
Yes.
I'll be headache or heart problem, diabetes, asthma, joint pains and everything because mind is disturbed.
Yeah. And like you said, but these days people are focusing more on what you call the technology, the asanas, the bandhas, and all those aspects of it, the mudras, right? But not enough people are focusing on the mind and on, let's say, Maharishi Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. But I know in your institute you emphasize a lot on that aspect
Absolutely.
as well.
We give equal importance
Hmm.
to psychology, philosophy, and technology. Equal importance. You are doing technology to understand psychology and philosophy. Tell me how much we suffer at physical level. Suppose you fall down, you hurt your knee. Now it will pain you for some time, and then it will heal and you will forgotten about it. But if mentally you get hurt, somebody cheated you, you will suffer from that hurt again and again and again in life. Yogis said that human mind needs training because human mind is highly developed mind.
Yes.
Highly developed mind. It is very superior mind. But if that superior mind is not trained properly, it will go in various directions.
Yeah.
No focus, no concentration, confusion and confusion.
Yeah.
That would be.
So I like that. It's training of the mind. I mean, not just training your body and your limbs, but it's training of the mind. Which brings me to an interesting topic, Hansaji. Is I think yoga is essentially the science of right living, right? I mean, that's what I would call
lifestyle management.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but a lot of practitioners of Western medicine, modern medicine, allopathy, which they seem to dismiss yoga. Some of them, many of them accept it.
Now, slowly, but yes.
Yeah, but but they dismiss it, and I've actually seen, and I have seen this with practitioners, of allopathy and Western medicine. It's okay if you believe that your way of medicine is correct and all. That's fine, and we need allopathy in this world.
Yes.
But you don't have to dismiss everything that's traditional, right? And I've heard that these doctors say, allopathic doctors say, oh, yoga. It's a myth that yoga can lead to weight loss or can manage blood pressure or can bring about disease prevention. What do you have to say to that?
See, in certain areas they are right because the way in which nowadays yoga is taught, all so-called yogis or gurus have come up and they claim that come on, you will get better, diabetes is fine, this is fine, that is fine, we'll make you perfect, your weight goes away like this. They talk big thing. They don't realize that unless that person himself takes charge of his own personality, they can't do anything about it.
Hmm.
If here is a person who is having some sickness, some problem, we have to make changes in his life management. Like the way in which he is living his life, somewhere he is doing mistake. That's why he is suffering.
Yes.
We are not born to suffer in life. We are born to enjoy every moment of our life. So then first thing we do is we check four things in his personality. First, what type of food he is eating, his discipline in diet, what he is eating, what he is not eating, when he is eating, how he is eating, how much he is eating. This is the entire area where we should correct that person. Second, his routines, right from morning till night, what is he doing, and getting up, what time, doing anything, what, sleeping well or not, resting well or not, recreation is there in his life or not, or just mechanical life. These are another areas we have to check. Third, organized life also is equally important. You see, certain things you need to discipline. That certain things I will be doing, let anything may happen. Like I would say that 10 minutes of sitting quietly and meditating, do it every day so that you can connect yourself with your inner strength, your inner self, your soul, your consciousness, which can give you lots of directions, intuitions, and you can really lead a very peaceful life. And fourth is the way in which you are thinking, thought. Ahar, vihar, achar, vichar. These are the four words we use always. How do you think? Somebody behaved rudely now. You can say he's, hurting you because of him. This happened. Or you may say that poor fellow is suffering. He is rude. Nobody wants to be rude. Everybody wants to be loving, caring, happy. But he is rude because he is unhappy.
Yeah.
Or he is sick himself. Somewhere some problem is there with him. So I should, instead of getting hurt, I should try and have compassion for him. So all this lifestyle we correct when a person comes with any health issues.
Okay.
And then we teach them certain technology. He gets disturbed, so to calm his mind down, we can teach him some breathing practice. Or his body, we see that spine is so stiff that nerves are getting pressed in between vertebrae. We will teach him certain movements, asanas, and bring body flexibility. Prana, energy, if that is low, then we will try to do. So then certain technology would be useful. But correcting these four areas is a must.
Okay. Yeah. So correcting these four areas. So you're saying, so basically yoga can help, okay, but you're saying that the way some people practice it now, a lot of yoga gurus are springing up by the day.
And they are teaching only asanas.
They only
Stand
ask.
on your head and you will be fine. Do Surya Namaskar and all the problems will be solved. And such claim. Naturally, they are wrong. It doesn't go like that.
But if you focus on the four aspects that you mentioned, then it can sort of provide some sort of holistic healing, right?
Array, it can really help person to come out of all the suffering. So, people should know that yoga can work wonders. Rather, the way in which we are teaching yoga, all these things together, majority of the sickness is gone. Only 2% people really need operation. Rest, no. They can handle their life as it is. But we should take charge. We should teach in such a way that person doesn't get so much disturbed and upset. Person doesn't desire for something which he can't achieve. Person knows his limitations, knows himself, know thyself is the first rule.
Yes.
So go towards yoga living, yoga way of life, and everything will be fine.
Absolutely. Go towards a yogic way of life, and that, of course, overall has a positive impact on your health. No one saying, modern medicine is not useful. Of course, we very much require it, and that is true. So, coming on to, you mentioned meditation. You said that it's important to relax and a bit of dhyan. So, in Patanjali's 8 limbs, the last 3 limbs were like dharma, dhyan, samadhi. Would you recommend meditation for everyone?
No, no, not at all. Now here, nowadays, meditation. What is yoga? Either Surya Namaskar standing on head or sitting in meditation. That's how yoga is understood now. Meditation, you can't do. I tell you to sit for quietly without any thought for 2 minutes also you won't be able to do that because mind's job is to think and mind is supposed to think and mind will do it, mind's job. But if mind is trained and focused on one thing, one focus, not free mind. Free mind is devil's workshop. One thing, then mind will be able to do something. What happens when person is into depression? And if he sits quietly with himself, he will go more into depression. I'm telling you. Everybody can't just sit quietly and start watching breath. No, this meditation doesn't work like that. That's why in Patanjali's entire 8 limbs, where is the place of meditation? First, they are doing yamas and niyamas. That is, don't get hurt and don't try to hurt others. That's the first step, ahimsa in yoga. Yoga begins with ahimsa. Satya, speak truth. Try and see that you don't steal somebody's thing to you. No stealing, no choris. Um, brahmacharya, controlling the sensory organs, emotions have to be channelized properly. And whatever you do, keep purpose in mind and do. And aparigraha, don't amass too much for yourself. And you must know that whatever you want, you will get it. Nobody can take it. But no. So this is the first step. And second step is of course shaucha, that is cleanliness, hygiene. I tell you, in the institute, when we started the institute, it is 105 years back. Founder started writing books, my father-in-law, Sri Yogendra ji. Sri Yogendra started writing books, and the first big book he decided to write was on hygiene. Hygiene, not on asana. Hygiene, because he knew that if hygiene is not proper, if physically you are not keeping yourself clean, externally, internally, thought processes are not clean, you cannot do anything well. You may be doing any asana. Point is, we have to see that the asana step comes after yam and niyama. And first in niyama is hygiene, then contentment in mind. If mind is not contented, person will lead his entire life with unhappy state. I wanted this, I didn't get. But then understand what you have, first start feeling happy about it. And what you don't have, work for it. But remaining unhappy is wrong, totally. So that mental state, santosh, then tapa, swadhyaya, ishwar pranidhana, these are niyamas. Then forcibly remove all your weaknesses out from your system. Tapa, forcibly do something, decide. Swadhyaya, increase more knowledge about self and read scriptures, book, listen to satsang and all these things. And ishwar pranidhana, direct resignation to the will of the absolute. Surrender. Yoga doesn't talk about God as such. Yoga talks about dealing with yourself. And according to yoga, the place of God is within yourself. Don't go out of the world to talk about God. So, yam, niyam, then comes asana. Make your body more flexible so that it doesn't. Pranayama, your energy level has to be at high. Person with low energy always gets upset very easily. With low energy, can't digest your food properly, and so on so forth. Can list of it. Energy has to be good. Pranayama, pratyahara, controlling all your senses which are going outside. Take them within, because the entire outside world is within you only, within you. And then dharana, that is concentration, and then meditation. So now just understand where is the place of meditation.
At the end,
Yes,
after you achieved all this,
exactly.
the yama,
So,
niyam, everything.
I have seen people sit in meditation for 10-15 minutes, they end up into depression, anxiety, tension mode. They start crying and crying and crying, and all that happens. I have seen people with sitting for long, their knee starts giving them trouble, back starts giving them trouble. Because sitting itself is not possible for them. Body is stiff.
Right.
But if real yoga, as we are trying to say, is taught very organized way systematically, it can never harm anybody. It will always help and always help person to come to a very blissful state.
Beautiful. So it's good that there are people like you and your institute who propagate real yoga, who teach real yoga and understand what the 8 limbs of Patanjali are. As you
That is
mentioned.
traditional yoga, classical yoga.
Yes, classical. So,
In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, the definition of asanas is one is sthira sukham iti asana. That is when you are steady. First of all, become steady. Mind itself is unsteady, body also is restless all the time. Become steady. That here comes atra. And feel comfortable. Sthira sukham. And that is, and the posture, in whatever posture you are sitting, is called as asana. Second sutra is prayatne shaithilya ananta samapatti bhyam. What they say is put effort.
yes.
Put effort to improve further.
Right.
But in a relaxed way, not forcibly. Oh, my leg is not going there. Let me pull and push my knee. Not forcibly. But effort has to go in a relaxed way and come to a state when that twisted body also you feel comfortable, happy, blissful. That is the end result of Bhat Yoga. And when you do that, you are above dualities in life. Yeah, that is the third sutra. That is heat and cold, hot and cold, good and bad, right and wrong. You are above that.
Above that.
That is so.
With asana practice.
Yes, Hatha Yoga.
Hatha Yoga.
Yes, asana. Yes.
Yeah. So before we go on to another section, again the concept of prana, which is a life force, which is so important in yoga to understand what prana is. If you could, explain to the listeners.
See, understand that when we are born, everyone when he is born with certain energy, prana.
Yeah.
Where that energy, that basic, which is called as mukhya prana, we use the word. Mukhya prana, when that mukhya prana goes away, body is dead. When we die, what happens? Something leaves the body.
Right.
And that is prana. Iska prana chhoot gaye. Very easily we say that the prana is gone. And so our body is nothing, body is useless. So that too we are born with. That is one. But there are various other areas where prana is there. I mean, whole body has that main prana. But there are other areas. Now, prana's job is to do movement.
Okay.
It is like energy giving. If battery fails, then the toy stops. You have to put another battery, prana, that is prana.
Yeah.
Then it starts. So it is the same way we have to understand that there are certain areas where additional prana is required.
Right.
And so there are 5 pranas available. That way detailed there are more.
Yes.
But 5 pranas. And these are pran, apan, udan, saman, vyam. These are the words used. And when one prana is when we breathe in and breathe out, respiratory system.
Yeah.
We can increase our prana in our body with that so that our day-to-day management is perfect. Mukhya prana remains.
Right.
But this is for day-to-day management.
Day-to-day.
My digestive system has to be strong. So there is another prana. So first we go systematically. One is this breathing. Second is apan.
Right.
All the activities which are going downwards.
Okay.
So your motion, your urination, your sexual activities, all these are downwards movement.
Apan.
So apan prana is used there.
Okay.
If that prana is weak, then these activities are disturbed.
Like excretion and things.
That is one thing, but usually sexual management also is very poor.
Right.
You just feel very fatigued and tired because that prana is not sufficient.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. And the third is udan, the thinking process, how we think. It needs energy to think. Sometimes you think and feel tired. You must have noticed that.
Yeah.
So very often some worry is there, we go on and you feel terribly tired. But that prana is there, upper activities from heart upwards. Fourth is pumping of heart. Heart is pumping right from the day you're born till you die. That activity, energy is required. A separate energy is required for that. Prana energy. And that, I think so, you must have heard pacemaker.
Yeah.
People put pacemaker if that energy is weak, heart pumping is poor. That is what is pacemaker? A battery to give you energy.
Right.
So that part, your mukhya prana is there.
Right.
But still they need an additional energy. How yogis have observed all these things, which now medical science is accepting. And then Vyam. Vyam is your digestive system. If the energy in your digestive system is weak, basically jatra, stomach, then whatever food you have eaten, body will not digest, absorb, assimilate anything out of it and convert it into energy. Any food you eat, it has to get converted into energy, which will not become if your energy itself is not there.
Yeah.
Poor. So that's why in Ayurveda they use the word jataragni, agni.
Yeah.
That has to be strong.
The digestive fire.
Digestive fire. It should not be manda, not weak. So that is another thing. The prana should be understood in two ways. One, that you learn to use prana properly. Another, learn to conserve prana.
Conserve prana. Okay.
So, if I am thinking too much, stop thinking so much. Unnecessarily thinking creates more problem. If we eat more than what we really need, which body can absorb, assimilate very well, but you have overeaten.
Yeah.
So now prana is going to be wasted to digest that. And body will not get anything out of it because you have done excess.
Yeah.
So anything which is done in excess, any activity, balance has to be there. If that balance is lost, everything goes haywire. So prana has to be understood both ways. Conserve as well as use and use properly.
Amazing. Thank you for explaining the 5 pranas and the whole concept of prana and the vital force and how it's important for all your physiological and mental functions. Right? And that's so important to know that because, as you said, the whole purpose of yoga is to control the flow of prana in the system, prevent yourself from dissipating or wasting prana. Too much prana shouldn't leave your
and
system.
Actually, yogis have observed that how there is a systematic flow of blood in our body through arteries and veins. In the same way, prana flow also is there in our body.
Through the nadi.
Through the nadis. Yes. Very right. So, a nervous system, through the nadis, prana's flow is there.
Beautiful, and so it's so scientific actually. It's pretty phenomenal what we spoke about thousands of years ago. You know, and so the nadis are they psychic nerves in the body?
There are,
They're
psychic, yes. They are all connected to mind.
Okay, all right, yes, fine, beautiful. And do yogis measure lifespan through breaths and prana? Is that how it's done?
See, they have mentioned that the day you are born, roughly your time of death is fixed with which you are born. You are born because of your karmas which you have done in past. So the lifespan is fixed. Now, what is to be understood is roughly lifespan is fixed, but we have all the capacity to take it further.
Okay.
So if suppose I am born with 60 years of my life, I can extend it further if I know how to handle my prana.
Ah, okay.
See, so they have observed from nature various things. They have seen tortoise, kachwa. Tortoise breathes, takes one breath in 2 minutes. The big tortoise. Very slow breathing. Okay. And here is a rabbit or a rat. They breathe 40 breaths per minute. And sometimes more. So accordingly their lifespan. Tortoise lives for 150, 200 to 300 years. Tortoise life. And rabbit is 20 years, 30 years. Similarly, human beings. They breathe 15 to 16 breaths per minute. So now, if they can make, instead of 15 and 16, control, train your breath and make it 4 breaths per minute, 5 to 6 breaths per minute, that would extend your lifespan.
Yeah.
How much am I going to use that prana with which I am born? If I do fast, 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 I die early. Like if you worry, get tense, you get anxious, your prana is going fast.
Yeah.
Physically, you are not doing anything, only mind is moving. So your prana is getting wasted. Lifespan will be reduced.
Hmm.
But if you can manage your blissful mind, happy mind, unnecessary thought thinking, no tension, lifespan will increase. So this is how yogis handle the lifespan also.
Yeah.
And there are yogis who have lived for 500 years also.
During their
So,
prana.
yes, yes, very much. And founders Guru Paramhans Madhav Das ji, he lived for 121 years,
Wow.
which is recorded.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. This whole concept of extending lifespan and following a path and conserving your prana and
Yes.
it really is. Which coming to your personal experience, I mean,
Mhm.
you married into a yoga family, Dr.
Yes.
Jaydev. You married a very revered, very respected
Yes.
person.
Yes.
I've heard a lot about him.
Yes.
Is that how you got into yoga?
Well, yoga means this type of a yoga, asana, pranayama, meditation, and Hatha yoga.
Yeah.
That yoga I was doing from childhood.
Okay.
My father was teaching
Yeah.
and was very forcibly making us to do. Sit
Okay.
quietly, sit quiet. Touch your head to your knees straight. Do that. Then I went to a school where Bhagavad Gita was taught.
Okay.
Because I was in a school from Gandhian principle. So then it happened that I was having a breathing trouble, asthma. And it was quite a challenging one. So my father was that way very rich. I'm coming from an affluent family. But he took me to various doctors, allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda. As long as you are taking medicine, you are fine.
Yeah.
Then again you are into. But so I was not 100% perfect.
Yeah.
And so finally I came here to see. And here founder Sri Yogendra said, come join yoga. I said, what are you going to teach me in yoga? I can do all asanas well, pranayama well, meditation well. What are you going to teach? And founder looked at me and says, okay, in that case, join teacher's training course. So when I joined teacher's training course, that was the time when Dr. Jaydev used to come to give talks.
Oh,
Founder
okay.
used to come to give talks. And in these talks, I realized that how mind affects body.
Right.
Mentally, when you get disturbed, upset, it is going to affect your breath. Your breath would be shallow and not so smooth and deep. And that I could hear. And I said, yes, I do get upset. I do get angry. Then I started observing myself. And then I realized that I have to change that. I was very perfectionist type of personality. That time I was looking also definite as you are beautiful. I was looking. And
You still look.
boys, go to college. I love you. And I used to get so angry with them. What do you mean by love? Do you know? Because I had read all these philosophy and you realize that love you can do only with God, nobody else. My father said 25 years, now get married. No, I said, no. Then I found Dr. Jaydev, told him, I want to marry you.
Okay, you told him.
And this is how I started in the Yoga Institute. Then the Yoga Institute started.
That's quite a story.
So, yes.
Amazing.
And that
story.
was in when 1970.
Did your asthma get cured through?
Totally.
Amazing.
Yes.
There's this yoga tips section that I want to get to. But before that, one last question. The aim of yoga is equanimity of mind, right? Do you think you've managed to reach that stage? I mean, does a true yogi not get affected by happenings in the world around?
Should not.
Should not.
I don't see any reason now that I'll get angry or now that I will worry. So full faith that if situations have come, it has come because of some reason and it has come to go. I do my duty. So my whole life is totally rotating around my dharma, duty.
Okay.
What we call as Sanatan dharma. Now the word is very much popular. That is dharma. That you don't hurt others, don't get hurt, don't cheat, and do your duty. My duty towards my body to maintain my balance, always duty towards near and dear with whom I live. So follow the path of duty, do your part. I don't see any reason for getting angry or getting upset or tense at least. You can be balanced and really happy every moment.
That's good. That's great to know. Follow your dharma and you can,
Yes, yes.
live it happily. So coming to yoga for better health section, because you are very popular and you give a lot of great advice and many people follow you. You're a real star. You have a lot of followers. So firstly, asan. If you could name one or two asanas for a flat stomach or good digestion.
Okay. For flat stomach, if you have to do some asana, if person knows yoga, then I can give little difficult ones. But one asana which I strongly recommend is Naukasana.
Naukasana.
Boat pose.
Okay.
So you are lying down on your back, you are lifting your head up and legs up little bit, staying in that position for some time. It is core exercise.
Core exercise.
Very good.
Okay.
Another asana could be doing breathing. In sense, breathe out, breathe in, fast and fast and fast.
Kapalbhati or Bhastrika?
Bhastrika. That also could go with asana. And otherwise, there are many asanas.
Great. A good pranayam and asana for managing anxiety, depression.
Anxiety, depression is the problem of mind. Mind is thinking too much and so depression. So try and see that you stop the mind. So try and meditation, no, but breaths. So very slow inhalation, very slow exhalation, a long one. You do that. That really gives you good amount of that. Another is long exhalation and holding breath. So breathe out, you can say humming,
Okay.
or anyhow. You are taking out sound from your throat. Automatically you are breathing out. Breathe out, breathe out. If the sound stops coming, and then if any air is there, breathe out the air also. And stay for some time, empty, no breath.
Okay.
And that really helps in managing your anxiety, tension, depression.
So no breath, also the humming breath, which is the Brahmari,
Brahmari
Brahmari
pranayama.
pranayama. Yeah.
And long inhalation, exhalation. These
Okay.
two, as you said, two
Yeah.
are enough.
All right. Great.
Alternate breathing also works because the mind is too disturbed. Come on, breathing from one side, hold your breath, breathe out from another, breathe in again, hold. So your mind is very much occupied with your breath, and that helps.
Okay. Alternate breathing. Lovely tips. A good yogic practice for heart health.
Heart patients are usually hurry, burry, curry type of people. So they need something to slow down a bit. And for heart health, number one is, of course, when you increase circulation to your upper region, and that could be done when you are lying down on stomach and lifting your head up. That is called as Bhujangasana. Something very good. And then for heart health, extremity exercises are very important.
Okay.
Because the blood pressure going up should be avoided. So extremity exercise. So squatting down and getting up, Utkatasana, it really helps, works wonders with heart patients.
What's the best asana for back pain?
Back pain. Now back is there, so the thing which would help to release the pain would be twisting. Twisting. So lie down, fold your legs and twist from side to side.
Okay.
Supta Vakrasana.
Can yoga minimize the risk of cancer? And is there anything one can practice?
Yes, see, cancer also is one of the sickness. As common cold is there, or asthma is there, or diabetes is there, cancer is there. I have noticed that cancer, the psychology of cancer patients usually is the grown-ups or children when they get into cancer can't help. They are born with weak areas. But usual psychology is helplessness, hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Here is a lady whose husband suddenly dies and two children are there, and now how will she manage? She's into a hopeless situation. She develops cancer. And many such things. Breast cancer. Very fun. The ladies who come up to certain level of age, 45, 50, 55, and they feel they are useless. Now nobody needs them. Children have grown up, they say, Mummy, we know how to manage, you don't give us advice. Husband is busy in his work. She gets into that hopeless situation unless she learns yoga. That's why we always say that learn yoga, how to deal with your mind, and that has to happen. So we are doing special courses for cancer patients.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
At the institute. And we are teaching even cancer hospitals where cancer patients are treated. The yoga is taught to them, and they really help. It really helps certain cancers, so we can manage very well. Breast cancer, even blood cancer, the certain cancer.
So you're saying with breast cancer, blood cancer, you've seen good improvements. Is it
Yes.
through certain asanas, like to stimulate
Yes, we teach them.
circulation,
Yes,
and
yes,
lymph circulation?
yes, yes. Lift also certain asanas, holding hands behind, rotation of arms,
Okay.
Gomukhasan,
Right.
rotation of arm, Talasana,
Right.
and bending forward so that circulation increases here further. All these things work wonders.
Amazing. Last two. A good pranayam or kriya for headache.
Headache, you want pranayam or kriya. One kriya which we strongly recommend for headache is to increase circulation to these areas. So we first of all teach them even jalaneti,
Yes.
hygiene technique, where the real slow water goes into your nose. Just sniff the saline water, nothing big, and a drop of water, if it passes from nose, activates the mucous membrane lining. Fresh mucus comes with old mucus, dust and all the particles go away. So you start breathing better. Volume of air is much more into your body. This helps in many diseases also, because your volume of air increases, oxygen increases, and so that helps. So do that. And then for headache, massaging your forehead, press it in and out, in and out, pressure, giving round circular motion on the temple, movement of arms, face exercise, moving tongue sideways,
Right.
along with it, putting head up, head exercises, right leg up, straight. These movements, it really helps in management. This simple increasing circulation to this region, Kapala Randra Dhoti, it is called. Kapal Randra Dhoti, Karna Randra Dhoti, all these things, these are all movements. They are very important. And filling water in the mouth and keeping for some time
Okay.
really helps.
Lastly, before we sign off, Hansa ji, what are your 3 personal mantras for success that you can tell our viewers?
Well, life is beautiful to live. Only do your duty well and have faith in your own self and faith in higher reality. And you should be useful to others in life. So, to maintain healthy, good health, pain-free health is not difficult with yoga technology, but useful to others is what is required. So my mantra would be that how much I can be of any use to others is what I would give highest importance to, and doing my duties well in life. So focus on duty concept and living for others.
Okay.
And finally it is love. Care, compassion, love has to be your basic personality, and that really helps.
Beautiful. Serve others and love, and of course, following dharma. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But when we are talking about yoga, we can always remember Patanjali.
Okay.
And you can always have Patanjali shloka.
Yes, absolutely. So, how about
So
we
you
recite
know?
that?
Come
Yes,
on.
I know it. Thanks
Recite.
to your institute, I know it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Should we start it? All right.
Yogendra tasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vidyakena yopakartam pravaram muninam Patanjali Pranjali Pranatosmi Om.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you
Very
so
nice.
much.